So Keanu Reeves is once again stirring up the internet crazies. They're moving to try to cancel him, and the ineptitude in it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Me love it long time. Now, if you don't know about Berserker, by the way, it started out as a Kickstarter project in comic books. And the success of this, well, let's just say that people that are subsisting off of cat food and broken dreams, yeah, they tend to hate somebody that has success. Now those comic book industry weirdos, they're being joined by the entertainment industry weirdos after this news is dropped from Netflix. Essentially, Netflix is telling you that Keanu Reeves, he's going to take that money, take that success, and he's going to translate it, not into one thing. He's going to actually translate it into two things. He's going to have a live action film based on this, and he's going to have a follow-up anime series. Oh, I love it. I love it. Man, these people are so worked up, and it is beautiful. It is beautiful and beyond. So hey there, to all you fine folks on this fine, glorious day. So first things first, if you missed out on the beauty that is Berserker, you know, the thing that drove the comic book industry absolutely mad, this is a Kickstarter campaign. You can see Berserker by Keanu Reeves, Matt Kent, and Ron Garvey, and this thing, oh man, it was beyond successful. This is what it is, by the way. It sounds so good here. You can see Keanu Reeves in this role. The man known only as Berserker is half mortal and half god, cursed and compelled to violence, even at the sacrifice of his sanity. But after wandering the world for centuries, Berserker may have finally found a refuge, working for the U.S. government to fight the battles too violent and too dangerous for anybody else. In exchange, Berserker will be granted the one thing he desires, the truth about his endless blood-soaked existence, and how to end it. Now, as far as support on this is concerned, you have two sides to that proverbial coin. On one side, you have the consumer reaction, and the consumer reaction, it is overwhelmingly positive. When you look at these numbers, too, remember that people are paying a baseline. That will be the minimum of $50, and those numbers, they go up quite a bit. So you have 14,571 people that pay that baseline of $50. They're buying trade paperbacks, by the way, collected series. They're not buying individual comic books. And if you look at the amount of money raised, well, they were asking for a pledged amount of $50,000 gold. That would be the minimum to get this started. That was raised in under an hour. And when you're talking about a 30-day goal, look at these numbers here. $1,447,212. On that consumer side, there is no other way to frame it. That is overwhelmingly positive. Now, on the other side of that proverbial coin, you have those comic book folks. And something that cracks me up is the fact that they're already mentioning Netflix. They're already mentioning Universal. You can see September 1st, 2020, they're already bringing that up because they know how this is going to play out. So this is Gail Gilligan, tied to the graphic novel adaptations of The Babysitter's Club, saying, I do need you to know that I'm absolutely cackling about the idea of a major comic book pub which has deals with Netflix and Universal hopping onto Kickstarter to fund their Keanu Reeves written comic book. For some reason, page rate increases aren't in the stretch goals. Weird. You know, they've always got to throw shade. So this is Giant Days inker Liz Fleming. And you notice these words here? Netflix deals. Watch how unlikable these folks seem. Well, with Boom doing a bleeping Kickstarter, like they're not a massive company with a huge pre-existing following, and Netflix deals, it's a great time to remind everyone I was paid $20 US per ink page during my run on Giant Days. 20. I am so furious. 4 years I spent doing everything you could imagine under the sun, comic-wise, for that company, making raisins, and now they don't even want to pay for their own publications. The calculation. I'm disgusted. Let's do one more because this, it is absolutely hilarious. And these are the same people that tell you, you don't like me, don't follow me. I don't want anything to do with you. And if you don't like my products and you don't like my politics, well, you can get lost. They think that they're obligated to something. So this is former She-Ra and Princess of Power animator Kate Farina. I don't know about y'all, but I would really like an answer here. How is using a platform meant for people to kickstart projects they can't afford. That's not the thing, by the way. Anyone can use Kickstarter, but okay. Okay for a company who admits they don't need money. I can only assume it's to pay their artists living wages in the future. Then look at this here. They start going on about diverse creators. You ain't helping anyone by bringing on diverse creators for the clout and burning them to ash. And frankly, I think we're all pretty exhausted by it. $350K in one day for a project they knew would succeed and it didn't need the money for. Despicable. Yeah. I love it. Now, the comic book, it stirred up the beehive for about a month, but after that, I thought it had all gone away. I was missing those fun times, too. And then I saw these articles popping up. This one's from The Verge. Netflix is turning Keanu Reeves' Berserker comic into a live-action movie and anime, starring and produced by Keanu, of course. So looking around Twitter, I found this announcement. And look at all the money that Keanu Reeves is going to make off this. Look at all the work here. And of course, these folks, they're going to hate him for it. So exciting news. Netflix is developing a live-action film and follow-up anime series based on Keanu Reeves' Berserker, a brutally epic saga about an immortal warrior's 80,000-year fight through the ages. Now look at all this work here. Reeves will produce, he will star in the film, and he'll voice the anime. So there, he has 3 items that he's going to get paid, and I'm sure he's going to get paid very well for. Plus, again, he has the comic book he's tied to that got about $1.5 million. And you know these entertainment weirdos, oh man, they can't stand that. They can't stand it at all. I mean, these are the same people that are producing articles right now talking about Keanu Reeves as a person of color, but him not being POC enough. You know, because he has white passing privilege. Yep, these are the same folks that say that even though Keanu Reeves self-identifies as a person of color, he's in the 1% of Asian actors that can get cast as lead Hollywood roles. And the reason for that, well, it's because he's a stereotype. It's because he can present as white. I mean, that's crazy and insulting, isn't it? These are also the same people that try to vilify and slander the man, lumping him in with the Kardashians. Because get this, the Kardashians, they rented a private island. They had a party while the rest of us were locked down. They hired staff. You know, they got around them without masks. They didn't care about their safety. And Keanu Reeves, he was working during that time. He was putting on The Matrix 4. He had a rap party for everyone there, and somehow those two things were comparable, so they needed to cancel them all. You see how crazy these folks are. So behind the scenes, they're going crazy about this. Some of this stuff, it's leaking public, too. They're trying to go after Berserker. They're trying to do anything they can right now to undermine Boom Studios, to undermine Netflix, and therefore undermine Keanu Reeves. It's going to get crazy over the next couple of weeks, too. You mark my word on it. Oh, and then when we get really close to launch, it's going to even be more fun. But I love these folks. I mean, they are terrible human beings. Nobody likes them. Nobody wants the products that they produce. So, of course, they got to tear down somebody that puts out good products, tries to get along with their fans, their consumers. Yeah, that's the kind of people they are. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. And if you want to help out the channel, there are links in the description. Definitely check those out. We could use your help. But yeah, I'm going to end here saying thank you. And back Berserker, it's going to be fun.